Y'all had a chance to talk to Ross since he walked off on y'all?
We were just talking to Angie Martinez about that yesterday.
We in Atlanta, so we run into him all the time.
Yeah.
They ain't never been no hard feelings.
Yeah.
I don't want to say no hard feeling.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say first of all, I don't give.
Yeah, I get it.
But I give a because
Try to make it.
you as a person.
Yeah.
We the type of people that will never bring up nothing that we feel like that can be diminished to your career or anything, nigga, because we some real niggas.
Yeah.
The moment you leave our show,
There's no way DC Young Fly just pulled it off again. After that explosive onstage moment where he practically called Rick Ross a fraud in front of the entire crowd, most people assumed the situation had finally cooled down. But nope, the story didn't stop there. When Ross tried clapping back online, DC fired back even harder, and the way he did it had fans doubled over with laughter. This wasn't just a roast. It was a full-blown masterclass in how to humble someone without even trying. Here's how it unfolded. After the first viral moment, Ross pretended he wasn't bothered. He jumped online posting luxury cars, motivational one-liners, Wingstop plates, and captions like, "Real bosses don't argue with clowns." But fans saw right through it. You could practically feel the bruised ego in every post. DC noticed those boss talk captions too, and instead of staying quiet, he turned the whole situation into pure comedic destruction. At a live show a few nights later, DC told the audience, "I heard Ross say he doesn't argue with clowns, but I see him arguing with himself in every caption." The crowd exploded. People were falling out of their seats laughing. Phones came out instantly, clips went viral across TikTok, and fans couldn't stop replaying it.
you went and did a podcast, a white podcast. You sat your for almost 2 hours
And didn't leave.
and you talked. And the white folk asked you, was you a professional officer?
Yeah.
We would have never asked you that, nigga, 'cause we
Right.
got respect for you.
Right.
And you sat right there and you answered that question so eloquently, like it wasn't even disrespectful. And then I get to sit back and watch that. And what's the difference between them and us?
Okay.
Now I feel disrespect.
Right.
Don't do us like that. And it's still love, but nigga.
Look, bro, listen, man. I came to your podcast. I came for free, homie, no charge. I did it on face, homie. I didn't ask you what your analytics was and this and that.
What made DC's response land so powerfully was the way he delivered it. He didn't sound pressed, angry, or emotional. He was calm, confident, and effortlessly hilarious. He started clowning Ross for flexing lemon pepper wings online like he was posing for Forbes, and joked about how Ross talks like a motivational guru but acts more like a Wingstop shift supervisor. The crowd absolutely lost it. This was more than just a roast. It was charisma on full display. DC has that rare ability to take real tension and flip it into a viral moment everybody can laugh at. That's why this hit so hard. He didn't need to get vulgar or aggressive. He just used timing, humor, and truth. And Ross clearly didn't realize who he was stepping to. Ross is used to going back and forth with rappers, not comedians who can take someone apart with a single punchline. DC has been roasting people for years on Wild 'N Out, 85 South, and stages all across the country. So when Ross tried to play the "I'm too rich to respond" card, DC turned it into a joke about how forced and phony that whole vibe seemed. "You call yourself a boss," DC said, "but you arguing in the comments like a side chick." That one line exploded across the internet. Fans were quoting it, remixing it, turning it into memes within minutes. Even celebrities reposted it, saying DC did the impossible. He clowned a superstar and kept it genuinely funny. DC didn't just win the exchange. He controlled the entire moment.
I came on face, homie, to show love. And don't make it like I walked off on you. I left early. Rose had some other things to do too. But guess what? I came for free, nigga. I wasted that nice Gucci jacket on that look, man. I couldn't even really wear my Gucci jacket again. But my nigga, I did it for love. And next time I come for free, at least have me some lemon pepper Wingstop at that. Heard me? But I came for free. I ain't charging you. You feel me? Don't talk about Rose other business. I came and did that for free. And what is the analytics? How the show doing anyway, man? I'll come back on it, and when I'm gonna walk off next time. Hey, Rose, was I been? Of course not. You know when it's time to go. When it ain't no more chicken wings, man. Niggas ain't smoking, man. August 2nd for the pool party. You know what I'm saying? I'ma DM my nigga DC Young Fly, tell him come out there, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Shit vibe, nigga, August 2nd. Hosted by DC Young Fly, nigga.
After that roast, the situation blew up across the internet. Every blog, gossip page, and hip-hop platform was suddenly locked in on DC and Ross. Hashtags like hashtag Rick Ross roasted and hashtag DC Young Fly wins again started trending nonstop. Fans were calling it the funniest moment hip-hop has had all year, saying DC exposed just how fragile Ross' boss image really was. People even dug up old interviews where Ross talked about staying humble, joking that his humility must have evaporated. And the memes? They were everywhere. One showed Ross in a lemon pepper suit crying inside a Wingstop kitchen. Another read, "When DC cooks you so bad you start posting cars again." The internet showed no mercy. Ross tried clapping back with slick posts of his mansion and captions like, "I'm too busy counting money to argue with broke boys." But that only made things worse. Fans flooded his comments with clown emojis and DC punchlines. Some even wrote, "You counting money or counting losses?" At that point, Ross couldn't catch a break. Even people who weren't following the story started paying attention because DC made the whole situation too entertaining to ignore. Meanwhile, DC handled the spotlight like a seasoned pro. In interviews, he made it clear he wasn't beefing with Ross, he just didn't like phony energy. "It's all love," he said, "but don't walk on stage acting like you're too big for the jokes. Anybody can get roasted." That line stuck with people. It reminded everyone that DC wasn't being disrespectful. He was just doing what he always does, keeping it real. Fans loved him for that. Ross, on the other hand, started looking like someone who couldn't take a joke. Then things took an interesting turn. DC's social media exploded. His follower count shot up, brands started knocking on his door, and clips of the roast spread to every entertainment feed imaginable. He managed to turn a tense moment into another major level up. Even hip-hop veterans chimed in, saying DC brought something essential back to the culture. Honesty delivered through humor. One artist tweeted, "DC said what everybody been thinking. Some of these bosses just frontin'." The tweet racked up over 100,000 likes in just a day. Ross attempted to switch the narrative by pretending he was unbothered, posting workout videos, feeding cows, and writing captions like, "Energy over negativity," but fans weren't buying it. They commented, "Energy over negativity? Bro, DC living rent-free." The more Ross tried to flex, the harder people clowned him. It got to the point where no matter what he posted, the internet turned it into another punchline. DC didn't just roast Ross, he completely flipped the public perception. He didn't just win the moment, he rewrote the entire narrative.
Ross, big homie. First of all, you know it loves. Second of all, I got to call a spade when it's a spade. You say you did it for free. Everybody do it for free, Ross. You ain't the only nigga. Boosie did it for free. T.I. do it for free. Nigga Busta Rhymes did it for free. Nigga Snoop Dogg did it for free. Everybody who sat on that couch do it for free. Now, that wasn't the biggest moment. Now, that's one of the viral moments, but Boosie, episode 8 million. Got Country Wayne, 6-7 million. Like, we do numbers, we do analytics. Our analytics, we was the biggest before you came, and we was the biggest afterwards. So you always got room to come back to be on the biggest podcast in the world, correct? You dig what I'm saying? But when you call a spade, it get hot. And where you gotta go to cool off? I'm going to talk to my little homie DC in the pool because it's hot. I got to get in the pool because it's too hot outside. And August 2nd, y'all make sure y'all go to his pool party, Cause I'm not gonna be there, but you said I was gonna be there, Ross. But that's false advertising. I didn't say give me a check, but get the free promo, nigga, cause we family. Push up to his pool party. Y'all push up, cause I'm gonna be in Philadelphia telling these jokes. But everybody can get some money. Push up to the pool party. But Ross, don't do that. And the jacket, nigga. You wore the jacket for no reason. Well, let me buy that Gucci jacket up off you then. So I can tell my son, I bought this from a nigga who left. He said that he wore it for no reason. It was a waste. So since we didn't pay you, I'm gonna pay you for the Gucci jacket. Because if I give you some money, I'm gonna want something. Give me that jacket. Since you want some money. But you know we love you, nigga. Push up again. And you said something about the wings. Make sure we had the wings. If you would have stayed, you would have knew we had 200 of them wing stop. They was in the back. You remember when you went to the back, the bathroom, you just left? It was 200 wing stop wing. As a matter of fact, lemon pepper. We knew you were gonna, but you didn't eat it. And we respect when niggas got, bro. Just tell us as soon as you come in, hey, little homies, I got an hour. Bet we gonna try to get you in. Man, we gonna try to get you in about 45 minutes so you can make it to your next destination. Don't pull up, act like you doing us a favor, and then just leave her without saying something. Just say something so we can know what's going on, gang. We ain't tripping, but push back up. Your team, we called your team. We called the person who we called when you was on the way. Guess what they said? We don't know where he going. So Rouse, get at the pool and give me a call so we can so we can get it together. I love you, big homie. We out. Every day I'm hustling.
Now here's the real takeaway. This whole situation isn't just about jokes flying back and forth. It's about authenticity in the culture. DC Young Fly represents a new generation of entertainers who show up as themselves. No manufactured persona. No corporate gloss. Just pure, unfiltered energy. Rick Ross, meanwhile, built his brand around the boss identity. Luxury cars, massive estates, diamond chains, and big money talk. But an image like that comes with pressure. And the moment somebody challenges it, the cracks start to show. DC recognized that vulnerability and used it to his advantage. He delivered the truth in a way only a comedian can. Funny, sharp, and painfully accurate. He said, "You can't preach boss moves if the people around you scared to talk to you." That line hit people because it cut right into Ross' entire persona. Ross' brand leans on power and presence, but DC peeled it back and reminded everyone that real leadership comes from respect, not intimidation. That's why fans gravitated toward DC. He said what many in the industry have whispered for years. It wasn't hate. It was truth wrapped in humor. On a podcast, DC even joked, "Ross talking about owning 20 businesses but can't handle one joke. That's bad business, big homie." The internet devoured it instantly. Behind the scenes, insiders say Ross was heated. One of his close associates allegedly told a blog that Ross felt disrespected and wanted to set DC straight. But every time Ross tried to sound tough, DC fired back with more comedy. On Instagram Live, DC laughed and said, "I ain't scared of no lemon pepper mob boss. You can't cancel funny." That line alone sent the internet into hysteria. Even celebrities got involved. 50 Cent reposted a clip with the caption, "This is why you don't play with comedians." Kevin Hart dropped straight laughing emojis. Charlemagne the God said on The Breakfast Club that DC handled it flawlessly. When heavy hitters like that back you, you know the whole culture is watching. DC managed to turn what started as a petty back and forth into a full cultural moment. And while Ross might still be the biggest boss, DC became the loudest voice, proving once again that authenticity wins every time. Fans are now calling him the face of this new comedy meets hip-hop era. He moves between both worlds effortlessly. Funny enough to roast, sharp enough to make his points mean something. Weeks later, the fallout still hasn't slowed down. Anytime Rick Ross posts anything, his comments get flooded with DC quotes. People write, "Lemon pepper boss?" Or Wingstop King got cooked again. It's relentless. Ross keeps trying to recover by posting his cars, his mansion, or business advice. But the internet isn't letting up. They keep reminding him that one comedian humbled him in front of everyone, and did it with a smile. DC, meanwhile, is thriving. His shows are selling out faster than ever. Podcast clips are pulling millions of views. Fans love him because he stayed genuine through the entire situation. He said in an interview, "I don't beef. I just speak facts. If the facts hurt you, that's on you." That is classic DC energy. Confident, grounded, and unapologetically real. This whole saga grew into something bigger than two celebrities. It became a lesson in how social media exposes what's real and what's an act. DC showed that personality, honesty, and humor hold more power than money or status. Fans see him as someone who represents the culture. Someone who keeps the same energy whether cameras are on or off. As for Ross, he learned a hard truth. In today's world, no amount of flexing can protect you from a comedian with a mic, a crowd, and Rick Ross may own the empire, but DC owns the people. And in this era, that's worth far more. DC didn't just clown Ross. He exposed a culture obsessed with fake success and reminded everyone what it looks like to keep it real. And that's why this moment will go down as one of the funniest, most iconic roasts hip-hop has seen in years.